All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to German Christmas Market 101, the ultimate guy, Feli from Germany. Jump in.
Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, lived in Cincinnati, Ohio for the last 9 years. I just moved back to Munich, but currently I'm here in Salzburg, Austria at the Christmas market, right by the cathedral, which is behind me. I'm enjoying a really nice Glühwein, or mulled wine in English. And a lot of you have been asking me recently if I could show you the Christmas markets now that I'm back here in Europe. Currently I'm in Austria, but of course there's also plenty of Christmas markets in Germany. And the answer is yes, of course I can. So here's what they're like.
Wow. Wow. That's culture right there, man. Man.
In the regions of what today is Germany and Austria, Christmas markets have been around since the Middle Ages. In the year 1296, Duke Albrecht I authorized a 14-day December market in Vienna, and shortly after that, documents mention a Nikolaus market in Munich. Over time, many places started to hold markets where people could buy meat and other essentials for the winter and the Christmas holiday. Additionally, more and more tradesmen, such as basket weavers, cobblers, or toy makers, were allowed to sell their goods there, which allowed for people to get presents for St. Nicholas Day. But it wasn't until the 1700s that these markets slowly turned into a social meeting spot for people where they could enjoy drinks and food together. By the year 1840, the Berlin Christmas market had over 600 stalls. However, with the rise of department stores around 1920, Christmas markets in Germany were actually on the decline because most people preferred to buy their goods for lower prices at the store. During the Third Reich, Christmas markets had a little revival with record-breaking visitor numbers, but the Nazi regime made sure that the market's religious ties were minimized, and instead they branded them as an Aryan German nationalist tradition. During and after World War II, the markets completely disappeared, but they eventually came back in the 1960s and 70s when Germany's economy was on the uprise again. Today, Germany alone hosts over 3,000 Christmas markets every year, with hundreds more in other countries like Austria, France, Belgium, or the Czech Republic. Now, I've gotten a lot of messages and comments recently suggesting that Christmas markets in Germany have all been canceled due to safety concerns. And while it is true that there have been public debates about safety measures after the car attack,
I'm going to react to this, guys. I'm going to react to this because this is weird.
At the Christmas market in Magdeburg last year.
Damn.
As you can see here in Munich, or here in Salzburg in the neighbor country, Christmas markets are very much taking place and in full swing. It turns out that over the last few weeks, this rumor has really been making the rounds on social media. And of course, you can't always fact check every single thing you come across. That's why I'm a big fan of Ground News, because they show you all sides to a news story, summarized news/Feli here as well.
Right.
Now, what can you expect when you come to a Christmas market here in Germany or Austria? Christmas markets usually consist of a bunch of little stalls with different vendors selling foods, drinks, and products, which often come from local small businesses. A lot of those things will be Christmas related, like you can find lots of ornaments, candle holders, nutcrackers, snow globes, woodwork, Advent wreaths, and countless other Christmas decorations. But you'll also find items that aren't directly related to Christmas, such as jewelry, clothing, like scarves or hats, candles, delicacies like salami or cheeses, and so much more. So Christmas markets are an amazing place to shop for Christmas gifts, especially if you're looking for something a little more unique. Oh, and by the way, I've also seen a bunch of Christmas pickles at the markets this year. Even though I don't think the locals even know what those are, so I think the vendors are more catering to the tourists with those. Aside from the shopping, people come to Christmas markets to eat, drink, and socialize. It's a pretty common place to meet up with some friends after work or on the weekend, but most Christmas markets are family-friendly too, and sometimes even have a little carousel. Since Christmas markets are all outside, and
Dang,
let's
Dad, so
remember
we
it's
locked
winter
in.
time, so it can get pretty cold.
So they're
Currently,
not
it's about
canceled.
27 degrees Fahrenheit. The most popular foods and drinks are those that keep you warm. This includes sweet dishes like crepes, Baumstriezel, which is like a sourdough chimney cake, Strudel, Kaiserschmarrn, Germknödel, and plenty of other pastries. Or savory dishes such as bratwurst, Käsespätzle, raclette, because cheese always helps, soup, goulash, sauerkraut, or flatbreads with different toppings. At this Christmas market, we even found an American-themed stand with burgers and chicken wings. Or if you're just looking for a small treat, you can always find candied almonds or roasted chestnuts. Now, for drinks, the big highlight at the Christmas market is, of course, the Glühwein. Glühwein literally translates to glow wine, but in English it's more common to call it mulled wine. It's usually red wine that's been heated up and mixed with spices such
I
as
like to try
cloves,
that.
cinnamon,
Yeah, I'm about to try that. I'm about to try that, guys. I'm about to try that.
star anise, orange peels, and a good amount of sugar. So watch out for that hangover.
Yeah, well,
Not
you can
only
put a
does
little bit of stevia monk fruit, that's it.
it heat you up from the inside out, but the mugs are also perfect to warm up your hands. Speaking of the mugs, those come in all shapes and forms, often with adorable designs, and many people like to collect them. But if you don't want to keep yours, you just return them and get your deposit back, which is usually between 3 and 5 euros per mug.
practice.
Nowadays, mulled wine comes in lots of different variations. You can add a shot of rum to it, then it's called mit Schuss, and sometimes they offer other kinds of liquor add-ons too, such as amaretto. Then, if you like your drink to come with a little show, you can get a Feuerzangenbowle, which is basically Glühwein with a rum-soaked sugar cube that's set on fire and then slowly drips into your drink. A lot of places also offer white Glühwein, and a rather new trend has been Glühbier, so hot beer.
What?
I will say, looking at the drink menus never gets boring. This year I've seen hot Aperol, hot Hugo, Heidelbeerwein, Marillenpunsch, Bratapfelpunsch, or even a hot White Russian. How is the hot White Russian?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I need
better
a
than it
cardigan.
looks? It looks like eggnog. Does it taste better than eggnog?
Yes. Yeah.
Less like heavy.
And Apfelstrudel, of course.
Right.
Oh, that's very good.
Aside from that, you'll usually
Yeah, that's a very good. Oh, this is the
also find classics such as eggnog,
Mojito.
hot chocolate, optionally with a shot of rum, Baileys, or amaretto, mead, which is honey wine, and of course, plenty of non-alcoholic
Damn,
drinks
man.
such as Kinderpunsch or hot apple cider. Now, I'm not quite sure what people outside of Germany really picture when they think of a Christmas market, but if any of you are planning a trip here during Christmas time, I want you to know
No,
what
that's
to expect.
expensive.
The good news is that Christmas markets generally don't have a cover charge. They're just an open market with different stalls and vendors.
Yeah, you just buy
And
stuff.
just a heads up, they don't have any seating for the most part. The
You
Christmas
understand.
market really is a place where you walk around or stand at one of the bar tables while chatting with friends. Sometimes Christmas markets are themed too. In Munich alone, there are over 20 different Christmas markets all over the city, including a queer market called Pink Christmas, the circus-themed market, or the medieval Christmas market where you get to drink out of goblets. One last thing that I should warn you about
sorry,
is
guys.
that in the southern parts of Germany and Austria, it's possible that you'll run into Krampus during Christmas time. Krampus is a monster-like creature
Yeah.
with fur,
Oh, my kids will be
horns,
scared.
and hooves. The character actually goes back to pagan rituals, but at some point it was incorporated into Christian traditions as well,
I love
at least
those,
in
man.
certain regions. Krampus usually shows up in connection to St. Nicholas because he's St. Nick's counterpart who punishes the naughty kids. In northern
yeah,
parts
I
of
don't like
Germany,
that.
this counterpart is portrayed by a much more harmless figure called Knecht Ruprecht, who's not a monster, but simply a monk. But down here, it's a little more scary. They even have these events called Krampusläufe down here, so
Oh, man, those are-
Krampus
that's a
runs,
good mask.
which are basically like a big parade full of Krampuses, except they can get a little more intense than your usual parade
Yeah.
because the Krampuses actually
Hit
hit
you.
some of the spectators with
They
their
hit you.
whips, or chase them down the street. I actually have a full video on Krampus if you're interested in that. I'll link that down below for you guys. And I mean, if that doesn't sell this whole Christmas market thing to you, then I don't know what will. And with that, I wish you all a frohe Adventszeit and an amazing Christmas season.
But my question is she in Germany or she's in Austria? Right, I think that's... Let's see. Oh, explore German and Austrian Christmas market. So she's... Let me see. I don't know, like, I guess so. I'm gonna see again because a lot of people were saying that supposedly Germany was gonna cancel Christmas this year because they have Christmas market because of craziness. Let's put it that way. But it seemed like people are locked in and people are celebrating Christmas market, so I don't think that's a problem. I don't see any. See that I see people. These are 9 days ago. This was posted 9 days ago. I mean, the people are yeah, they're still celebrating Christmas. See, so let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you next time. I'm out.